Are critical for Attorney General Honorable Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayeni because enter press conference or the best shares watch Chairman Wontumi Akache on the EximBank and Samono. So parliament any hits are Ojo Monchimonka Highway no sunu is a winning and so catch to the extent that Chairman Wontumi workers edge the one and Yakaka Kono one shall diabo no more Attorney General Dominic Ayeni. But Chairman Wontumi a lawyer Honorable Andy Apiakubi. It was our critical questions. Emma Attorney General, any afi, EximBank for Ombudiska, Emma Chairman Wontumi no. Matumebo, Nama Consem into details. Mastrawa, share video, wait, no better watching, I'm your comment section. Or one subscribe here, kindly subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. B0re Trends GH. Andra, Attorney General Dominic Ayeni, or Chairman say, Chairman Wontumi somewhere 2017-2018. Okoje Ghana CK 18 million Ghana cedis out of court CK 180 billion from EximBank say Odi Kodie bro adanya waje asase do sopo 100,000 acres. Ni nyina echi no Chairman Wontumi Okoje sika no efri EximBank ho che say apafo a Chairman Wontumi chem say obafo mo ene afi machines na dia okoto ni nyina echi no Chairman Wontumi wankoto sa machines no workers so a Chairman Wontumi Wanfa. Number no Chairman Wontumi or forge invoice to receipt on the Kojisika every EximBank or anything. Chairman Wontumi kwedu ade abono mako miensa after bronya no or the Chairman Wontumi ekojinamu court adanya or chimsa Chairman Wontumi waye omanu bukata wa cause financial loss to the state sikano 24 million Ghana cedis with interest na de. And some we beto odwa no e bi chem se na ayenya bia no EximBank in penifo no na omot ho den omoso omaye due diligence anye hwehwemu ehu sa Chairman Wontumi sa sika na ade no oden asakro no na ebeje intene de Attorney General krampo no na sanka wo yemfa no ho between EximBank any afi Chairman Wontumi any afi so ebisu chema de bi na se Wontumi Farms Limited no krampo no omo ho ntafi de ba na sanya Chairman Wontumi a oye chief executive officer the deal kra no ebeye wom in this particular case. And on the Chairman Wontumi ne worker baako a omofra no da sebre ochem se Dominic Ayeni Attorney General bebe obia no wonya miss call Ibrahim Mahama wagene de
enya Ghana ha anka binim so bi kobo bank bosia ebeye state nasem ebeye Attorney General ni yokofu asem because of otanhununti because President Mahama so wo nyenti ombeye force na wo Attorney General dia wo kikani nsem hu na wudi no sa wo kosa okope loan e dia kwaye wadwuma ye tutim
na mo ye ni e fa obonifa due diligence no
na mo say what the invoice e be ye receipt e be dada what sort of nonsense is that what the invoice be ye e be ye receipt be dada a whole banker e wo board of directors e hefa ne kasa asem wi na say impo o dia kwa dada bank na Attorney General asem yoko asem bank no na de ne be court so obeji ni sika because how come say bank no me no me koya from beji be pesika wo se wo momo ama me farm manager me ni se me no mienu na adwuma no enti ne course wo adwuma no nyina no bank no ya we ensuo yiri fa ye nyina no bank no ya we nya se bia man koya afuo no yeti ha Ibrahim Mahama John Mahama president wo nua akobo bank mienu bosia gu bank ni mienu millions of dollars na go fado ni MPP buy o man chino yet ya ema wunua issue that checks a criminal offense na go fado buy o man chino nyese ku fado ni mama mu because Ibrahim Mahama a businessman or Ghana ha wo ye dwuma boa ema economy no grow ema ni panya ni nsema dwuma ye enti so fomu a ye di nyansa eto ho ansa ene ni dili but mo de mobile be mo de otan na eba say ye di asumesi koto no obenten asi ani so enti ye no mo be dili ye no be chiri eba chi ayam nyonyonyo na se wunua issue that checks ye say 24 sesen ene de mo say ye bone na mo de mo so obi issue invoice e de aye receipt ene de ye nkobo na senium eno ayi ni kwala semi okeka ena aha na yi nu ma ye ena ha na yi nu ma ye And the Anini who say
and the one describing say a criminal syndicate.
No, be a couple of Siakoya Juma Koya Kano. And what never did now. Every campus as some say a criminal syndicate.
Chairman want to meet the worker that several and we see a pen of cordon. Obaje microphone and watch him say test mic 1 2, test mic 1 2. Our message, Emma Attorney General. Senya or time be no more the time a chairman won't be. And I selective in your maybe or more ya. As some way or can unti ye. Now what they cosiani snappy. Omufenjina so.
Me and Kofu Budia ya mempe. Who explained him said they compare me yasem mam. But Chema won't to be asem. And na emma ya bia madu baby say. Ayine esi obudia. When you budia do maybe omudibim. I do omudibim. Because waku Dr. Ayine epeso o kire say wokofa Ghana exim for a document no. Chema Wontumi company friend Wontumi farms pe. And na abobesia omuntimi ntua ya na. Say ya no pe. And se ewo mu and o de kokoto a enya hwe. Na momo hu obi di foforo bi wom. O company foforo bi wom. Say company bia ko bank bia ya Ghana bank besia. Na wontimi ntua na do meka yine enim. Na o fan court and na omobo ba ko di abonti dia. Yakopon ni ebebusa no. Kwakuda ben enna obi ko bobesia e wo state institution bi. Na wontimi ntua ya Attorney General and a fa ho nkrata ebegina bonti be press conference e condemn no subjecting Chema Wontumi to public opprobrium. It obi obahu ni bia ka se ne Chema Wontumi awia abansika.
After Chema Wontumi the workers or more reaction way no eno the be chem so ebia amode asane amodo Chema Wontumi nti no maye emotional and amode kan sam no eno nti yenhwe eye the law part no then a Chema Wontumi the lawyer honorable Andy Apiakubi ono so oka about this particular assembly.
There was a contract between EximBank and indeed Wontumi Farms.
Right.
And I mentioned Wontumi Farms because the parties in the contract were EximBank and Wontumi Farms. Suffice it to say that Attorney General also mentioned Chema Wontumi as a director of the company. It is not as of preference that you attack a director of a company when the company itself is in existence, except that there are conditions to meet before you can even bring the directors in, which conditions we are waiting for the Attorney General's office to prove. Nevertheless, there is an existing company known as Wontumi Farms, and Wontumi Farms is in contract with EximBank Ghana Limited. And I want us to limit it to the transaction between the two entities, not to try to identify the parties behind the company and, designate them as associating themselves with political parties. That is very unnecessary. So I think that we should concentrate on the transaction between EximBank and Wontumi Farms.
Right.
So Andrew Obakeya, Attorney General Ochiremu said, Chema Wontumi of 4G invoice. I know the old change here to receipt. I know the other fraud. EximBank, AGCKB, Efru Omuho. Now, I know that Chema Wontumi, the lawyer, Honorable Andy Apiakubi Ochiremu said, our questions, Emma Attorney General. Our questions, Emma EximBank, in Penifua Omoho at that time. Any afi, and some now all canon. Ghana phone yinano, and tier questions, sir. Obisano. Say, on demand a legit answers from them. Or one kind of comment section.
If the receipts were forged, were there not officials in EximBank to determine whether or not these receipts were wholesome? Was it the case that they were complicit to whatever allegations that are being brought out now? Is it the case that there is negligence on the part of the company EximBank to overlook all these things that Attorney General is alleging? Is it the case that all these things happened under the supervision, strict supervision of officials of EximBank? Is it the case that EximBank also procured a consultant to supervise the operation of this company in respect of this transaction? Is it the case that these consultants were properly procured and they had the necessary mandate to protect the interests of the bank? Is it the case that they reneged on such responsibilities? Is it a case that they themselves may have done that? Is it a case that the equipments were procured through the consultant procured by EximBank? Is it the case that there is a shared responsibility between the two parties and their associates to ensure compliance with the terms of the contract? Is it the case that all such conditions prevailed and were met? Is it the case that culpability lies with only one party and not the other? Is it the case that culpability may lie in the opposite party rather than the one being referred to at the moment? So these are all questions that are begging for answers.
But you said that this morning you spoke to your client after the AG made those pronouncements at the Jubilee House, and you said that you cannot be certain that this invoice, also known as receipt, according to the AG, was from Wontumi himself or some employees from Wontumi Farms. When you spoke to him, didn't he tell you who it was from?
Look, either way, it was Wontumi Farms. Whoever may have come representing Wontumi Farms was doing whatever he would have done in the name of Wontumi Farms. So what I was trying to just bet your mind to is the fact that it is Wontumi Farms in this transaction, not any other personality.
Okay.
And when it is necessary to lift the veil and look at directors, we'll get to that point. But for now, the transaction is purely between Wontumi Farms and EximBank. And this was a civil transaction between the two parties, contractual in nature, and terms and responsibilities on both parties. So we need to weigh the responsibilities on both parties and the performance of both parties and see who carries more culpability than the other, or who carries all or none. But it happens. Most times promoters can go into transactions when the companies have not been incorporated. We call those ones pre-incorporation contracts and or transactions. And these are confirmed by the companies upon incorporation. So it is not new. It happens all the time. So, and it doesn't bring any criminality when you go into transactions representing a supposed company to be incorporated in future. No, but there's no crime in this. It happens all the time. So even though I'm not privy to the time of the agreement and the time of incorporation, because it just happened today and I have not consulted my client to be abreast with all the documentation. But even if it happens like that, it doesn't mean that there is any criminality in it, because pre-incorporation contracts can go into promoters of companies can get into pre-incorporation transactions, and that is normal.
But what if that transaction goes through and the company is never incorporated?
Are you suggesting that Wontumi Farms was never incorporated?
No, I'm just asking.
I'm saying that...
I'm just asking a question.
Well, if it gets to a point that the company is never incorporated, then the promoters are liable for whatever transactions they were attending to. But in this particular instance, I am very positive that Wontumi Farms was subsequently, if at the time of the contracting, it had not been incorporated, subsequently it was incorporated. So I'm saying that, to my knowledge, there is an entity called Wontumi Farms.
So Chairman Wontumi, the lawyer, Honorable Andy Apiakubi, questions way na Obisa Attorney General, NAFI, EximBank in Penifua, or more was a Anya Biano, due diligence ban or motion or Moya, or Moshe say, Wontumi Farms Limited. A banu sika or more chemso or more budget this argument, or monks that which we say, or more supervisors Nadiano. Feedback ban the supervisors no at the bread, EximBank, any Biano. EximBank in Penifua Mogodon. Inti omo person omo kire say obi forge bibia omu hu anaseden ena nya bia no okakra mo bia te say asem we kura no enye sa na ka chairman Wontumi kura no didi ebem. This particular case is between EximBank and Wontumi Farms Limited. Ebia ekwa enim no na ewo say board of directors nso dwuma bia omudi ye a ewo say mbra etwe omo aso ho a na nka mbra atwe omo aso ewo ho ba say Attorney General Obama ade no eluki say chairman Wontumi na osi mu chon eko EximBank ho eko fraud omo a odwe ho a onte ase ntono the response way na odi ama attorney general any afi EximBank for say omugina no because ogina monchimonka highway no so a or can response so what you want your comment section ho na share video we send be ya afoforo so ensa ebekebi madawase Sabrina bringing our Trends GH for your latest updates. Macro.